name?
My name is Sparkle Marie, you guys, and I'm an entrepreneur.
Yes,
and
you are. Girl.
Before I get started, thank you for inviting me to your show.
Aw, thank you for finally getting here.
I know, I feel so bad.
Yeah. Oh my God, she's like, not today. Oh, I'm PMS. Oh, my back.
I feel so bad. No, but I didn't know I was pregnant then, so now it makes sense why I was going through these emotions. I'm over here like, Sasha's gonna hate me. My hair's not right. I don't feel good.
She was like, it's just not a good week for me right now.
But
so
no,
now
I'm
the cat's
here.
out the bag.
I know, it's crazy too. Like, I can't even believe I'm pregnant.
Oh my gosh.
I can't.
So we could go straight into that now.
We could just go straight into it. Like, let's do it. We're in the bed. This is bed talk with Sasha.
Yes.
And Sparkle.
Well, first I was going to say how I even met Sparkle.
Oh, yeah.
We were working together at Delta.
Yep.
And when I met her, she really did sparkle, as you can see. And I want to say first, how did you get that name, Sparkle? Because honestly, some people can think it's like a stripper name.
Yeah, no, you know what? They did think that. It's so funny. They did think that. So, okay, I got the name when I was like 13. My mom named me because of my personality. But no, when I did start Delta, it was a rumor going around saying I was a stripper. And then a guy that I was like super close with had to like defend me, almost got fired because of it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah.
Who do you think's that? Some hater, probably.
Some haters. You know how like when you meet a new girl, she starts working there, she's cute?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know how it is. And she got long hair.
We've definitely gone through
You
that.
know how it is, you know? But no, when I met Sasha, like, it was awesome because, like, I was like, you remind me so much of my mom and Alicia Keys.
Yeah.
Like, I
probably was rocking one of them hats back then.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, because every time I wore that Delta hat, people will always say I look like Alicia Keys.
That was so true. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I forgot.
And I was really probably just hiding a bad hair day or bad weave job or something.
But she slayed, I'm telling you. But no, when we met, like, we just clicked, you know? But yeah, Sparkle Marie, that's me because...
So she just gave it to you because she looked at you?
Yeah, at the time, I don't know what I was trying to do. Probably start some group, I don't know. And she was like, well, your name should be called... I didn't want to be called Alexis. My real name's Alexis, like the car.
Right.
And she was like, Sparkle. Because you sparkle.
Sparkle.
And then I was like, okay, let's go with it. But you know what? I was going to change my name. I was thinking about changing my name, but...
This is recently?
Yeah. Within the past couple of months. Because I'm growing.
Yes.
And I'm like, Sparkle is like when I was 13.
Right. So you feel like you've outgrown it.
I feel like I do,
like,
but at the same time, it's like... Right. But then again, it's like, everybody knows me as Sparkle.
Yeah. It's
so
stuck with you. So you could be like Prince. I mean, it takes like P. Diddy, it takes a minute, J-Lo, takes a minute to like ease into their name. But you can definitely change it up if you want to.
Yeah, I don't know, you girl. I don't know.
Spark. Just spark.
No, the whole Sparkle would be done. It would be like A. Marie.
Because P. Diddy is like P or just Diddy. Or they always stay in the same
They
little...
do.
But I feel you.
I don't know, y'all. I don't know yet. I gotta think about this.
We'll think about it, and maybe y'all can write in what her name should be changed.
Comment down below. I don't know where this is gonna be, but comment somewhere.
Somewhere. We'll make you comment some kind of way. But so definitely with the name. And then from working at Delta to I've followed your journey.
Yeah.
I've seen where, 1 minute you're there, you're out running to your work, and you're like, girl, I'm so tired of this job.
Right.
And your mom as well works there too. And then you guys blossomed from Delta to now your own big empire. And I think I saw her again because I only work in the summertime, but I saw her again. And she was like, yeah, girl, I don't even work here anymore. And I was like, oh, you need me to get you in the line, hook you up? She was like, oh, no, babe, no, boo-boo. I'm in first
class only. No.
I said, well, shut your mouth, girl. You done moving on.
I told her, I was like, I'm not flying anything but first class. Like, that's just what it is. But no, so yeah, I worked at Delta. And then, everybody wanted me to do, like, flight attendant, go on in-flight, or, whatever. But I was like, I am not going to be here for long. I had a vision, and it wasn't even my idea to start a whole hair business. It was my mother's idea.
Right.
Because I was going to get into the whole beauty community, YouTube, and all this great stuff. So we're driving down, and we see, like, a billboard. And it was these girls. It was a really popular hair company. And, I was like, oh, they're millionaires. At that time, I wasn't, aware of, like, the industry. I just knew that these girls owned, like, 4 or 5 stores and they got money. That's just what, they got money. Like, that's how I was thinking at that time. So, long story short, my mom was like, well, why won't we start a hair company? And I was like, okay, let's do it.
Just like that?
Just like that.
Just saw a billboard.
No, literally saw a billboard, and she was like, and I was like, these girls have a hair company, they're rich. So my mom was like, why won't we do it? And I said, let's do it.
Oh my God.
And literally, that's how we just like took off and went. Like, one thing about it is like we never questioned if it was an idea that came to our minds. We never second guessed ourselves.
Right.
It was just like, do it. Like, whatever came to us,
go all the way in.
Go all the way.
Well, have you worked with your mom before? Or you just
no, I never worked with her. It's just that we're really close.
Okay.
So, you know, if you're gonna trust anybody, why not your mom?
Right.
You know, especially if you're close with your parents or whatever the case is. But everybody's situation is different. But I was close with my mother, so I was like, let's do it. She's a mastermind, and I'm the creative person. Let's do it.
You're the face.
So so you know, and within 8 months after having an idea, actually we started going into production. Nobody knew. Within 2 months, and then so we were like coming up with the idea, the logo, the name, didn't say anything for 2 months, and then like 6 months later, that's when we finally like launched it.
Yeah.
And then 3 months after that, we were in a consignment store, like a small consignment store in Norcross. So that took a total of like 8-9 months.
Spot there,
yeah, we had.
And then whatever you count.
Literally, the store was the size of smaller than this room.
Wow.
It was really small, and this room is pretty big, but it was really small. Like it was really small. It was like a hole in the wall. But we did what we have to do. We did what we had to do. We did what we had to do. We did. Anyway, we did what we had to do. Okay? We did what we had to do. So it was so funny, like when we went into that consignment store, like it wasn't crazy on sales, but we had one sale every day until like 3-4 months later. It started to pick up where we have like 10 a day or like 8 a day.
So was it also online too?
Right, that's where the most business came from, where we were making our most money was online.
Okay.
But we were able to still go into a consignment store or a shop for people to come pick up the hair. So basically, we started like small.
Some people like to feel the hair.
Right.
Like, see it.
And that was the biggest thing.
I want to feel it, touch it, put it all
and put it all in your hair. And that's the biggest thing, like especially with hair. You know, people don't want to just, it may look good, but they want to feel, touch. So that's why we did that, because we were getting a lot of people like, what if there's bad quality? Is it good? Like, we got good quality. So we did that.
And then have to go to India, China.
No, we didn't have to. We didn't have to fly anywhere. We just like our sources came to us. Like we did all the research. I mean, but we went through bad companies and wasted so much money. Like you know, in the beginning, we went through like trial and error of testing out hair.
Yeah.
I mean, I would never forget. It was some companies where they would send us curly patterns, and when you wet it, it goes straight and it never goes back.
Oh wow!
We went through
really
the worst.
Fake. It's not. It's like
what they were sending was fake. Yeah, because you know they literally whatever they did, they probably steamed or whatever it was, but it didn't last, and it went straight. So we went through all types of the testing stage, you know.
Because that's so important, because once you start a product and you're saying, hey, support this product, I'm standing behind it, and then you send it like this, and then a week later the customer's like, yo, I didn't ask for straight hair.
Right, and that's why a lot of businesses, they go
that
out.
makes you like, you know what I'm saying, you got to make sure what you're putting out
is going to be beneficial. And that's another reason, but that's why a lot of people, they go out of business, because they get some hair and they're super excited. They don't really test their product. And then when they sell it to the customer, they're worried about the money, but not worried about how the customer is feeling.
Right.
And one thing
longevity.
Longevity of business. And one thing about us is like we worry about how the customer feels. Like we're big on satisfaction and customer service. So yeah, that was that.
And I want to add that while y'all were doing this, you still had your second job. I mean,
Delta. Yeah.
And the thing about it is, people, I think nowadays, like with Instagram, it's like, oh, I'm on the gram and everything. They don't want to look like they have other jobs.
Yeah.
But you have to keep your other job until you can stand on your own 2 feet.
And you know what? The thing about it is, like, you're right. There's a lot of people that are ashamed of where they're at. And they want to jump from A all the way to Z.
Right.
You know, but the thing about it is that everybody loves a story.
Yeah.
Everybody loves to follow a journey. Like, people that watch me, and they truly have been with me, they actually know my story. Like, I didn't just, oh my gosh, she has a business and she's doing whatever she wants. It was, no, this girl worked at Delta, you know, took where she worked, traveled to wherever she needed to travel to pass out her cards, and got out of Delta, which I love Delta because that's all I fly, okay? But, you know, I didn't want to stay stuck. Yeah. And there's no problem with, like, working in one place and getting what you need to do.
Like doing what you have to do
to get where you need. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But if it's a good job and you love it, then you're successful.
And they got some benefits too.
Right. But that's the thing about success too. Like, success is what it's whatever you define success to be. Right. Like, some people define success in materialistic things. Some people define success in being able to live to a certain number. But the way I define success is for me to be able to do whatever the hell I want to do when I want to do it. You know, and that's my success. Like, I can do whatever I want to do when I want to do it.
You don't want to work this week, next
I don't have to, because I'm good. Yeah. You know, so I'm glad that I was able to, you know, from 6 months going into a consignment store to literally 8 months later into our own huge store, and then literally 3 months later into 3 years later into a warehouse. 3 months, hold on, but 3 years, there's so many numbers.
I was like, wow.
Yeah. But no, when I was working at Delta, we retailed 1 million within that 8 months. So that was from online. That was from online. Doing retail. That's why we were able to go into like the consignment store, and I was able to leave literally like right after we opened up the store.
Wow.
Well, the shop.
Did you see
I was making more money than anyone.
Like, did you, like, all that hard work you were putting forth, and, you know, the belief you had behind the business and everything, could you see where you were then? Could you see where you are now? Like, did you see that?
Yeah, I did. Okay. And that's what it is, because you have to envision it, you know. I didn't know how fast it was going to be. I didn't. Also, you know what? I didn't think about it so much to where it controlled me. Because when you think about, oh my gosh, I have to be so successful, I have to make it, it has to go this way, it's not going to go the way you want it to go. Right. So at that time, I didn't realize that I was manifesting properly without knowing what manifestation was, you know. I just didn't care what anybody thought. I didn't care about losing followers because I was promoting my business nonstop like a freaking maniac. Right. The numbers was good, you know. I may have dropped the guy followers off, but
they ain't buying none anyway.
It wasn't. But you just, like, in the beginning, you just have to do what you have to do and not think about it and not have an attachment onto it. Like, you have to know that what you want is going to happen, and don't hold on to it like how it's supposed to happen.
Be so forceful, be flexible.
Yeah, you have to just allow it to.
Basically, don't stress yourself out.
Yeah, don't stress. No, never.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
you know,
you're never supposed to stress. Like, and I never stressed, and that's why even till this day, anything I do just works. Like, anything, it always, like, anything. So, yeah. Oh my god,
that's awesome though.
Yeah, that's crazy. When you think about everything, it's like, wow.
Yeah. So what's your age right now?
So I'm 25.
So 25. So for me, this is amazing. Yeah. Like, to see younger women being millionaires, owning their own hair business, whatever, makeup line, whatever it is. Because as I'm older, and I'm not gonna tell my age.
But you don't look like it. She don't look like it.
But no, man, me don't look like it at all, man. What you talking about?
She doesn't. She's
but for me, you know, growing up, I didn't have that role model to look up to. Or just seeing women blossoming like the way we are now at such a young age. I mean, we even have little girls like, oh, I have my own doll. Yeah. Like, what do you mean you're 5? Or nail polish. Or I think Tiny, her little kid, she has her own nail polish or something. And so I think we're growing up entrepreneurs, female entrepreneurs. And so, but also I want to ask you, in knowing that that's what's happening to you right now at 25, is there a yearning for something else, or like, do you feel like you've capped already? Like, you know, because my thing is, when I was doing it, like me in the modeling business, at about 26, I got married, and I felt like, oh, I've done a lot, and I didn't do much at all. Yeah. And it was just like, I wanted a family. I wanted. I didn't know that those were my prime years.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I guess I'm just asking, do you realize that this is, you know, a prime time for you at this, you know, age of 25 and the things that you're doing? Or how do you feel mentally? Do you feel like you want something else? where are you at?
So my beliefs are like really different. That's just the way society raised you to be. Like in your 20s, you have to live and have fun, and in your 30s, you have to be married, and in your 40s, whatever.
Yes.
No, we're here. Like we came to life because life is like school. So this is the life that like you set out for yourself. There is no wrong, there is no right. This is your lesson.
There's no one way.
There is no one way. So no one can tell you that how you're living is wrong and how you're living is right. It's literally the life that you design. So for me, I feel like I'm living in my purpose. You know, like I started the hair business, but that's not where I'm not stuck in the hair business.
Right.
You know, I'm teaching people, I motivate people, I inspire people. I share my journey so that other people can be confident in sharing their journey and more so living in their purpose.
Right.
So no, I personally don't feel like I've capped out. Ooh, I'm sorry, I'm chewing gum. You're not supposed to chew gum when you're interviewing. But I personally, I'm chewing gum.
I'm about to
but
get
I
a piece
personally,
of paper and be like, somebody teach it.
I know, but no, I personally feel like when you're in your purpose, there's just so many things that come to you. So like I meditate. One day I may want to do something else that like just, you know, I'm always getting infused with different things that I need to do to like help other people in a sense. So for me, I feel like I don't live for me. I feel like I live to kind of like give back to other people, give back to the community, but in return I get what I want. Gotcha. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So no, there's so many things I want to do.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not done. The hair business was an outlet for me to become who I truly am. Because if I was stuck in Delta or just any 9 to 5, I would have only seen one way, you know, what society want you to see versus when you go on your own. If I don't make money, if I don't make money or if I don't hustle, I don't have a 9 to 5. I don't make money. So, but it taught me that it's not the money, you are the money. So I am the money. You know, it's my personality. It's whatever I want to do. I create whatever I want, you know. So that's how I view life. It's just whatever you feel like your reality is supposed to be, create it, and it's going to be that way.
Okay.
So that's just how I live.
Because it's that one line that says, you are what you think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just if you feel like you're over with and life's over, you're old or whatever, or I don't know if you want to cap it, just being a stay-at-home mom or whatever that is. That is, you know, if you think that, that's what's gonna be.
But there's some people that love being housewives and stay-at-home moms, and kudos to you. But for me, like, you know, I have a son already and I have one on the way. I'm still gonna be traveling. They're gonna be traveling with me or whoever. But like, my life is what I make it. You know, I don't feel like anything is holding me back. I had a kid for all these years and he's never held me back.
How old were you when you had your first kid?
I was 19.
19.
And that never stopped me from doing anything, you know. So
I think that was going to be my next question for people out there who have, because I think when we did that seminar in New York, there was a girl who had just had a baby, and she was a model, and she felt like her dreams were kind of stunt a little bit from, and I guess any inspiration. I wanted to ask you just how does it feel, or what some of the challenges you have with having a kid at such a young age, and then now you're having another one. Yeah. And so being a boss chick and having a kid and a family.
I know. I think the biggest thing is like balance. Because you get so tied in with work sometimes to where you have to like time manage. You know, like, it'll be hours that go by, but you're so invested because it's like your craft to where you got to realize, okay, you have to make dinner for your kids. You got to do homework. Yeah, and it's like, hold on, I got to make some food for you. We're going to order some Uber Eats. No, so my biggest struggle, like, for me, like, you know, I'm still human no matter what. I may look like I got it all together, but it's balancing my time. Like, that is the biggest hiccup that I struggle with. I'm like, oh my god, I need more time. And that's it. But other than that, as far as like feeling like I can't do what I want to do, that's a limiting mentality, because you never get held something that you can't handle. If you have kids, you know you can deal with it. Like, you were given kids because you can deal with it. Like, God, the divine universe, whatever you guys believe in,
you more than you can handle.
You will never get more than what you can handle. So, you know, you can handle it. It's just up to you to mentally prepare yourself to handle it, you know?
Right.
It's like up to us. But no, balance, time.
What are some boundaries that you have? Like, maybe, like, I don't work on the weekends. Like, I don't do any brows on the weekends.
I'm the same.
And that's really hard, but people be like, can you do a Saturday? Can you? And sometimes I want to take the money or the client, but it's like if I don't put those, or I try to get to the gym at a certain time, block out every day to go to the gym.
Right.
Because if I just keep taking the clients, or based
you never
on their
have time
schedule,
for yourself.
I'll
you
never.
Can't do that.
So do you have any days that you don't work?
Well, so my main
cutoff time.
Yeah, it's cutoff times for me more so. I won't work more than 2 to 3 hours if I work. More than 2 to 3 hours max. My meditation does the work for me more so because like I get infused with what I'm supposed to do, and it works. Like
say that one more time.
So meditation. When you meditate, if you meditate for like 45 minutes to an hour, you're being infused with what you need to do. So once you do it for that day, everything else forms itself out for you where you don't.
So what you're saying is like when you're meditating, all these things are coming.
Yeah, you're getting infused with what you need.
You need to do X, Y, Z.
Right.
You're kind of remembering all of them.
No, what it is like it just comes to you. It's nothing that you got to think about too hard. Like the first things that normally come to you is what you're supposed to be doing. So when you follow your intuition or what you're guided to do, once you follow it and you pay attention to signs, everything aligns itself for you to where you don't have to work so hard.
Give me an example.
So, for example, if I'm meditating and all of a sudden, I record a YouTube video. It tells me, like my higher self says, make a video on, how to heal. I don't know, just something, right? I make that video. Literally, that video does like 50,000 views, and like boom, I didn't have to even work for like another 2 days.
That's what I mean. Like thoughts just come to you. Ideas.
Yeah, ideas, and then when you listen to them, like listen to it, because if you ask, within minutes you'll get or in hours, but like within that same day, if you normally ask, what am I supposed to be doing today? You go meditate, you eat healthy. You'll get your answers. So for me, I don't work more than like 2 to 3 hours a day. And on the weekends, I try not to really do any work because I already did the work throughout the week.
Right.
So I don't have to. So I'm the same way. Weekends, I don't know.
So when you say work like 2 or 3 hours, meaning like how you got the idea for the video.
Yeah.
You go shoot that, film it, and then you edit it right away, and you edit it. So that would be, because sometimes that's what I have a problem with. Like I do a lot of things and I'll have all this stuff on my phone. Yeah. But the follow through. So what kind of suggestion can you give? Is it just to, because sometimes we're so hyped about something and then you go, oh, I'll edit it tomorrow.
No,
like the hype starts to go
down. It depends on.
And you forgot you didn't shot the day.
Yeah, but it depends on your schedule. So every person is different. If you have more things, like for you got other businesses that you do throughout the day. So if one day you have your brow situation, and then tomorrow you take a day, like on Tuesdays is my editing days, so I'm gonna edit 2 to 3 videos, for example. Boom, edit your videos for like 3 days out the week, you're good, and then do whatever you need to do. So it just, whatever works for that person, you have to do what works best for you. Because I just do what works best for me, like,
Right. But will that happen if you don't edit it? Then will it start to kind of dwindle?
Yeah, you get backed up. Yeah. Like I talk to a lot of people that's on YouTube, and like after a while, like if you don't edit 1 week, you have like 2 weeks worth of videos or content that you need to post, and it's like, damn, I feel so behind. It's so annoying. So yeah, just get it out the way that week. Yeah. That's what I would suggest. Yeah.
Awesome. So one of the things I remember you told me that you had a Brazilian butt lift.
Oh,
was
yeah.
Was it
BBL.
BBL.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy. Because you know what? If I knew what I knew now, I wouldn't have gotten it.
You wouldn't?
No. Okay. I wouldn't have gotten it because I feel like, so when I got the BBL, right, I was literally, this was back in 2016, and I was skinny. You know how skinny, like, I'm thick now, y'all. I'm thick now. But listen, I was like 125. Okay, I was too skinny. Okay, I can get a little some of my too. But
you could.
But sorry, y'all.
No, it's nothing.
This thing, yeah, it's fine.
No, I don't see it.
But no, I was 125. And long story short, when I got the BBL, like it did nothing, because really BBLs for girls is like thicker. So when I got the BBL, I couldn't tell. Means to say, like literally 2 years later, I started putting on weight, and now when I put on weight, my cells multiply. So now that I'm thicker, I need this it has a mind of its own. So I'm walking and it's still following me. No, but like I didn't realize it because when I started to actually gain the weight for the BBL, I actually started to get a butt. Right. So it's like I don't know, to each his own. Like, if you have a BBL, it's really nice. Don't get me wrong, though. I don't regret it. It's just that, like, if I knew that my sales were going to be, like, multiplied when I gain weight, because no one, unless I tell them, they don't know. Like, mine look natural.
Yeah.
So, for anybody that ever wants to do a BBL, just make sure you don't go overboard, you know.
So, that's just for me. I was saying, I brought that up because you were talking about the YouTube, and I think a while back you told me that's what kind of boosted your
it did.
Your followers and everything. Sharing something as intimate as that.
Yeah, it did. And then it's like when I first got the BBL, when I shared my journey, and that's the thing. Everything in life is all about sharing a journey. You know, like if you're sharing something that can help somebody else, you're always gonna win. Right. So when at that time I took it down, but I had the BBL story up, and I gained a lot of following off of that video. I had almost 1 million views. But as time progressed, I didn't want that image anymore. I felt like I was too exposed on it. Although I was showing for women that really wanted to see it, it was still something that I just didn't want, like, on my content. I kind of like wanted to switch it up
to always be there for someone.
You know, and then
it's like, 10 years ago, boo, I saw your booty and everything.
And it was like, you're exposed, and you know, with social media, it's always going to be up there somewhere. I can't take it. I don't deny it. It is what it is. Yeah. But yeah, I just didn't want that type of crowd on my channel anymore. So I kind of like I took it down, and because see, one thing about social media, you're not stuck. Like, if you create a content this way and you just don't want to do it anymore, you can always rechange and retransform your whole image.
It's the whole thing is it's you. It's who you are. So you're evolving at that time.
Yeah. 2016, I didn't care. That was where I was in 2016. You know, fast forward 2019, I'm not there anymore. You know, like I don't want to encourage people to get BBLs because you may not like it. Like for me, last year I struggled with it. I didn't care. I'm like, damn, I should never got it. So I didn't want people to think that I was so happy by the doctor that I went to, because I wasn't. So I took it down because all the doctor information.
I'm not really supporting.
Yeah, I wasn't really supporting because my BBL, I didn't see the results until 2 years later. So I really wasn't happy with that doctor's work.
Right.
Also, they should
have seen it right away.
But at the same time, they should have told me that I was too skinny to get a BBL. You're supposed to be thicker.
And just to break it down, a BBL is
a Brazilian butt lift, is a fat transfer. So if you are thicker and you have more fat on you,
they suck the fat from the areas that you don't want.
Right. So imagine you being 130 at that point.
You're supposed to gain weight before, right?
Right, but I was 125. I gained weight. I was like 138 by the time I gained weight. What fat?
Which wasn't enough.
Right. So, like, what fat? Like, there's no fat.
You're like sucking over your ear.
Like, what? You cannot tell.
Your hand.
It was just like, but you know, I think it was more of a money hungry thing to me.
Oh yeah, they're definitely
in my eyes.
Always trying to make sure.
Yeah.
I was just making sure the time didn't run out.
Oh no, really?
They're gonna give it to you if you want it because they want it.
Yeah.
They want the money.
Yeah.
So if you come in there and you sound real crazy right now, they're like,
Yo, but I went to multiple. I went to Dr. Curve and I was asking him, and I even went to the extent of a butt implant. He said, well, if you were my doctor, Dr. Curve is a really popular doctor. He does all the celebrities here in Atlanta. Yeah. And he goes, if you were my daughter, I would tell you no butt implants. And so he was very honest with me. He wasn't after my money. So I respect people like that.
Yeah, that's
you know, to tell you the honest truth.
Because they make more money when you do the implant. So
yeah, they make more money.
To say that.
Yeah, he was being real.
Saying, hey, I don't want your money, even though I can make more.
Yeah,
by lying to you.
Yeah, but he was very honest, and then that's what made me. I was like, okay, I'll settle for the BBL.
Right.
I gained weight. I didn't want to gain weight, but
yeah, and the thing too, I've experienced like some of my friends or people I know, and so the BBL, it takes the fat from other places, right, and put it on. It's like it's good at that time. It's good at that time. It's good at that time to add that fat, and it looks good and it looks natural. Yeah. But what happens, the fat just starts to dissolve.
Well, that's the thing. But also,
unless you gain weight.
No, my suggestion, like, I work out with the BBL. Because you get some girls that get a BBL and their bodies look saggy and sloppy. Yes. The key is stay in the gym and get that butt lifted.
Right, but it's fat cells. So, like, so the fat cells are around the muscle. So you're trying to, because I have a butt, and when I work out, I have to lift, like you said. Yeah. So it's the same thing. Those fat cells don't go away. Or once they put them in there, they don't go away.
It doesn't go away, because if your butt, like if your muscles is gaining weight, that fat is still plumping with the muscles. Right. So it actually looks really nice.
Lose weight with that.
No, you're still gonna have like a little pop out.
When they get too small, it goes away.
It just depends on the person's body. Like for me, my body, like it looks really good. Like if anybody ever go on my page, like my butt looks natural. You know, I had trainers that was training me and talking about girls that had BBLs and yada yada yada. I'm like, ooh, if only you.
Yeah, you was like,
if only you.
How that feels. I don't know what you talking about.
Yeah, so like, you know. But just my biggest thing is like when you get the BBL, just work out. Like don't let your body go to waste because again, when you gain weight, the cells are multiplying, so you don't want to look sloppy. Right. You know, and that's my biggest thing. I don't want to look sloppy.
And I would like to ask, so what made you want to get a BBL? And then the other question would be, do you think that men are more attracted to women? I mean, we're in Atlanta. Yeah. Big old city, the big old butts. Yeah. Do you feel like, because you said some women that are like slimmer and they've been slim all their life, they always want curves. Right. You know? So was some of that from, you know, wanting to maybe be more, not to say attractive because you're beautiful, but just body-wise?
Yeah, I feel like for me, for me, it was more so I was too skinny. Like I literally had no butt. So it had nothing to do with how men were going to look at me. It was always for myself. Like I just wanted a butt because I'm like, I am like pancake right now. You know, I just need something. I need a little pop out or something. So for the BBL for me was more so I didn't want like, you know, no offense to anybody, but I didn't want a butt where I look like I'm a stripper. No. I didn't want any of that type of look. Natural. I wanted a natural look and I honestly have a natural look. As far as like men, I do think most men like more women with. I feel like real men like natural women, but they still love to look at women.
Yes, they're the one like, baby, don't wear no makeup.
Exactly.
Don't be doing all of that.
And it's like, but you be looking.
And then here go the girl with the weave. They like
this. You know, but they always want their women. Right.
Why the hell are you looking at her?
Right. Exactly. I literally just had this conversation like, y'all always want us to be natural, but y'all quick to look at another girl. But you know what? But I feel like a man also doesn't mind if it looks natural. You know, like you can have fake boobs, you can have fake butt, or whatever it is, but if it looks natural, they're happy with it because hey, you know, my girl, she looks natural, but it looks good at the same time. Right. Pleasure for them.
Right. So it wasn't about a guy or anything. It's just
it wasn't about that. No.
Your preference as a person. Like I just don't want to look. Yeah, this way. I just wanted something more curvy and okay.
Yeah, always for me. You and anybody that's watching, never do anything for a man because. Yeah. You always need to feel good about yourself first. Nobody else could actually make you feel good until you feel good with them. So that's key. That's key.
Happiness is on the inside.
In the inside, nobody can make you feel that way.
Yeah. The minute you do something for somebody else, you're in trouble.
Yeah, you're in trouble. Yeah.
Because it's never gonna be enough. You know what I mean? It's never.
You're always gonna want something else, or you're always gonna want more. So if you feel good with getting body work, I'm all pro surgery. Do it. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and shake your head like, oh, no, don't do it. If it makes you feel good, do it.
Yeah. Okay? Like I got my boobs done, and I have been wanting since I was like,
I gotta get
probably 17.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, but I waited so long because I went on this website.
But yours looks so natural.
Thank you, honey.
It's so natural.
I went on this website called Silicone Holy Cost. And I was on there. I was like, oh my God, I saw one titty up here, one titty down here.
Oh my God.
One titty leaking. I was like, oh. I don't want that.
Oh my God!
I never did it, but that was back then when the silicone was leaking.
I almost scared myself with the BBL with that.
But yes, I agree. Like if it's something, I like a chest. Yeah. I like chest. Like,
but you already had boobs though,
and
too.
I have
no, because yours still look fake. No. You know how
I had boobs, but I didn't have meat in the boobs.
Right.
I had skin. I call them African titties. Like they go like this. I was like, what color?
And then I had the triangle.
Yeah. And then I had like a big areola, so it was like more areola than titty.
Oh wow! So that's what you call get her fixed. You don't like something, fix it.
So I just finally made that move, and it was like, you know,
it makes you feel good.
It was for me.
Yeah,
it wasn't for no one else.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, it was like kind of around the time I was going, I had separated from my husband, and he was like, "Are you doing that because you trying to get ready for your next man?"
Oh my gosh, that's
I was like, if you only know how long I've been wanting this. Right. And I just finally, and I'll admit, it was somewhat of a confidence boost. Yeah, because when someone, I mean, I'm sure I'll talk about this at some point. When someone cheats on you, it does it's a strike to the ego. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, am I not good enough?
Right.
Like, what she got the own guy? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I was just really down in a slump, and I did do that at that time. Like, you know what? Christmas coming up.
Something for me.
I need a present.
Right.
That's the best present right now.
I love it.
For me.
Seriously, you have
but it was something I had been wanting way before. Yeah. Like I said, since I was like 18, 17, because I always hated the way my boobs looked. And I wanted to be proportioned because I had the butt. And I just didn't have, you know.
You didn't have the boobs.
You put on certain stuff and you trying to pull it out.
I would do like.
And then I'll tell the story too real quick. I used to wear those like those little jellies. The one Nicki Minaj was talking about. What she call them? I can't remember, but they're the jelly ones, and they're like titty material, titty.
The ones that you put in the bra.
Yeah.
Oh, make it
cutlets or whatever they call them, chicken cutlets. And I was playing volleyball one day at the church. I go out for a ball, honey. My mom goes, "Oh, someone just lost a body part."
Oh, your mom.
My mama. My little chicken cutlet, flesh color, was sitting on the floor.
Oh my God.
I grabbed that thing because you know I gotta put it back in. Right. I ran away like.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'm ready, y'all.
I can see you doing it.
Because then I only have one titty. No, I just put it right back in and ran. I was so embarrassed though.
I would have got my tits done like a year later. Hold on, this is going right the next day.
But that's the kind of stuff that would happen to me. And I was so. But anyway, we're getting off this on a tangent.
No, I needed that. I'm gonna get my boobs done too.
But yeah,
after these babies, I need a. No, I'm joking.
You gotta get it after though, right?
Yeah, after. Yeah, I really.
And I think that was the other thing I was waiting for to like have a kid to see how my boobs would be.
Yeah, but no, they get really nice. I heard they look really nice.
Yeah, but then after a while, I've heard a lot of women like they just went like flat after, like no breasts. Like everyone's different. Like,
like right now I have
titties stay.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
They be down here.
Oh no. Oh, see, I'm gonna wait till
Yeah, wait till you finish breastfeeding and see what they're looking like. So talking about kids, and we were talking about a guy doing certain things for guys. So now you're in a healthy relationship with your new. Are you talking marriage?
Of course. Yeah.
Well,
you're better. We already have the wedding date 2021, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, serious.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm really excited.
So we can kind of go back a little bit. Like I said, I know you, so I know your journey and stuff, so we'd like to share it. You had experienced some not so good relationship with some domestic violence, and you shared that on Instagram, which I thought was very powerful.
Yeah.
Most women, they hide. They don't want no one to see that part. No one's even know they're going through that. And so what made you have that courage to share? And,
So when I shared it, it was actually out of anger. And I feel like if I can go back, I wouldn't have shared it the way I shared it. Because knowing now how life is, you attract what you are. So I feel like there was parts of me that was unhealed or like for me to be in a relationship, looking at it now, if somebody was to post that, I would be like, well, that's what you attracted. Because, we all get signs all the time. Like from the beginning of a relationship, you always have the signs of if this person is toxic or if this person is not.
Right here, you always
God,
send me a sign.
No, it's always right there.
God, send me another sign.
No, not that one.
No, that was like a fluke. Wait.
Always, but that's how it is. That's really how it is. We have all the signs in front of us, but when you're infatuated with someone, you only see what you want to see. Mm-hmm. And so when I was in that toxic situation, I don't even want to call it toxic anymore. I want to call it learning situation. Yeah. I had every sign, like every single sign from day one, literally from day one. I had all the signs. And so after time progressed, I was dealing with all the stuff that I was dealing with. And I chose to stay. Like, there, I wasn't held hostage to stay in a situation like that. But at the time, I didn't know. So there's a lot of people that are in toxic situations, and they don't realize that, look, you can get out of this. Right. If you truly want help, there's nothing to be afraid of. Just get out of it. Yeah, the person may be crazy or whatever the case is.
What were some of the things that you didn't notice that, or stopped you from not noticing, I can just get out of this?
Well, it was more so like I'm a big person on like love. Like, I feel like when you're really in a relationship,
you love
try
hard.
to make it work. Yeah, I love hard. Okay. So just try to make it work. So with me, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna marry this person. Like, you know, he showed me he loved me. Plus, toxic men are charmers. They're one of the biggest charmers out there, and they like to mentally do things, or sometimes physically, and then they like to shower you with gifts. So I feel like I stayed for the wrong reasons, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Until it
like
just
a good feeling that he would give you, and it would come, you know.
Yeah, it was like you feel terrible, but then they cover it up by making you feel good the next day. Right. But then do the same thing, and then you know. So
and then there's also some like, when you get to know someone, like let's say you meet this guy that, you know, and he's like, yeah, I was an orphan, and like
they make you feel sorry for them. Oh, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, so the things that they have been through cause you
to feel bad for them.
Yeah. Oh, so you want to leave, they're like, oh, everyone's left me.
Everyone left me. I don't have anyone. This always happens to me.
Okay, I could do it. Oh, he's really nice. Oh, sex is really good.
Yeah.
And you come up with all these different...
No excuses to any toxic situation. Like, you know when it's toxic, and you know when it's time for you to get out. And for me, I feel like my son made me realize, whoa, it's either going to be this relationship, or I'm going to be taken away from my kid, because either I'll be dead or in jail.
Right.
By being in this situation.
This one's going down.
And nobody's taking me away, nobody's taking me away from my kid. But after getting out of that situation, me healing, because I always recommend anybody to heal. Like, I had to go through a whole year, like 1 year solid of, and healing, you know, for some people,
different for everyone.
Yeah, it's different for everyone. But for me, it took me a whole year. And now I send that person love. Like, it was a learning experience. It was something that I had to go through. At that time, I felt like I guess I had to go through it. I technically didn't have to go through it if I paid attention.
Right.
But I went through it. It was a learning experience. You know, I know what now not to accept in my life. Mm-hmm. So I just feel like I wish to send that person love, and hopefully the next person, they can be better too. You know, I have no hate in my heart for anyone.
And what's some of the things that you did to heal?
Oh,
that's so important.
The biggest thing that I that's really important. So the biggest thing that YouTube really helps me. YouTube.
Ain't that something?
What, you know, it's crazy because like, when you ask for the signs, I journaled, I scripted out the type of guy that I wanted into my life. I wasn't writing out how I was feeling. I was more so writing out what type of guy I want. Not what I didn't. Right, I was manifesting without realizing at the time, before I really got big into manifestation, that I was manifesting. Mm-hmm. So I was just writing out, you know, all the qualities that I want in a man, because I knew what I didn't want at that point.
Right.
So I was like,
sometimes you gotta be in to know.
Oh, you have to. Yeah. No. Yeah. Like, it's all a learning experience. Like, nothing that happens to us, even the worst things that probably happen to people, it's not really bad. It's helping your journey. It's for your journey. But yeah. So I just wrote out everything that I wanted in a man, and everything that I wanted in the person that I wanted to become as well. Mm-hmm. So I was writing out these things. I took myself on a trip. I went on a 7-day cruise literally a week later.
Yeah. By yourself or just...
No, it was with family, but like, you know, even still, we went on a cruise later. I traveled. I made sure I didn't go on social media. Not looking at any of that stuff. I wasn't dwelling on it. I deleted.
What do you mean by looking at stuff?
You know, like looking at pictures or looking at
other couples.
Yeah, of other couples, or more so of like learning things that we've gone through, like that we had together. I deleted everything. Oh. I don't want nothing to do with that person. I was done.
Backwards.
Yeah, no going backwards. Yeah, none of any of that. And I got myself out the house. Like, there was a friend. You know, like certain people come into your life at certain times that they need to. Mm-hmm. So I had a friend that came into my life at that time to help me get out the house. So I would go out, party with the person, and like it really helped me. But I feel like,
so you're not sitting in the house just
right, but this person was sent to me at the right time. Yeah, but you always get the people that's supposed to be in your life at the right time. They're gonna be there, you know. Yeah. So for me, once I finally healed and YouTube, the videos helped me. Oprah helped me. Oprah aligned me. Right? No, seriously, Oprah aligned me with so many different creators and people. Yeah. Oh my goodness, like YouTube really helped me.
Yes,
you know?
I totally agree. Yeah, I look at a lot of that stuff, like the Red Table Talk.
I never really got into it, but I seen something that she did the other day, and I was like, wow, very powerful.
Yeah, hers is really good. Like I think just last night I watched the one with T.I. and Tiny.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, you gotta see that.
See, I haven't gotten into the Red Table Talk yet, but yeah.
But I mean, it's just things that, you know, are inspiring, that are motivational, that can help
Working out, yeah. Eating healthy.
When you're feeling like, when your body looks good, when your body looks good, you feel good.
Yeah, you feel good.
You feel more confident. Yeah, I definitely worked out. Because you got to get that revenge body. You know what I'm saying? You be like, wait, what?
Hold on, wait.
What on this?
Me?
Don't sleep.
No, seriously.
Next.
You have to. I'm telling you, you got to make sure that you feel good inside. Because if not, you know, you're just going to be dwelling. But
yeah. Did you go to counseling or anything?
No, because I'm my own counselor. I feel like, well, the videos was more so counseling for me. You know, everybody's different. You know, some people feel comfortable sharing it with someone. Me, I feel comfortable with meditating and releasing the energy and getting my answers the way I'm supposed to. So everyone is just different.
Yeah.
But yeah, it worked for me. I'm healed. I won't, if I ever see the person, keep it moving, or hey, like I have no like hate for anybody.
What are some of the signs that you kind of look for when you meet someone? Like now, how long you been with this guy now?
Long enough.
Okay, never mind. Next question.
But no, the signs you look for. Well, what do you mean?
Yeah, like let me get this. What I was gonna say. What signs do you look for now in a guy? Like you don't want to go down that path again.
No.
So you saw the signs, but you ignored them.
The signs.
So like, let's say you just meet some random guy and you go out on a date. He said like the things he say, like if someone says certain things, like because you know they start those signs of showing you their control.
Oh no, they're showing.
Like, oh no, girl, he just cared.
No,
you're like no.
Well, my biggest thing, like for me, the person that I was with was like an alcoholic, and every time the person drink is when like the dark side came out. Yeah, you know, like that's every time it came out. So on day one, there was all these shots.
The stuff too.
He didn't forget. He would probably act like it, but he didn't forget. Or he would be like, "Oh, I didn't mean to do that." Like, you know. So, day one, watch how much this person drinks, because alcohol is really like everybody can drink. You know, do you? But sometimes if you're like a serious drinker, it can open up a portal of like, negativity to come in, So watching how they drink, making sure if they give you their last, like if there's something, like if there's a last of anything on the table, if you're on a date, you know what I'm saying? If they give you the last,
you be like, oh
no, because that's a good, well that trait is good. Like make sure they do give you the last, because if there's something that's a last of anything and he takes it, he's selfish. It's little things that show you what a guy is like, Obviously, open up the doors. There's charmers that do that. There's good guys and bad guys that open up the door for you.
What about like the way you dress?
Right, the way you dress is, it depends. See, that's the tricky. Because you get some free-spirited guys that don't really care.
Yeah.
But then if they don't care if you dress scandalous, they just want one thing from you. Because a real man, I feel like he's going to want his woman to, dress with class. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously you're someone that they want to bring around their family.
So I mean, like more so, like what if like you dress a certain way, you wear your hair a certain way, you wear makeup when you first
and
meet
then try
them,
to
and then a little bit
they always
start. Why don't you do this? Well, I really like it when you do this.
Yeah,
I really like this.
Controlling. Those are
little signs.
Oh yeah, big time. Those are big time.
I want a guy to say to me, "Baby, whatever you do."
That's my guy now.
I love.
He does not. Like, my guy right now, if I honestly was to dress however I want, he literally loves me just for me. Yeah. Like, and he's like, wear your hair, I love you. Like, either way, if you were bald or not, I love you. Like, that's just how he is. Like, he does not judge me. But I have a free-spirited type of man, you know, because I'm a free-spirited person. So, you know, like, to me, nobody can change me as far as, like, how I am. You can help me become better, but you can't.
And that's what
take away from me.
People in a relationship should, your partner should
always supposed to add
to you,
not take away.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just little things, you know, really pay attention to the controlling. Like, any guy that's controlling, most toxic men are very, very controlling. Like, the guy that I'm with now, obviously he's a man, but he's not controlling. Like, he doesn't tell me what to do. Like, he's always there to encourage me. Like,
jealous?
Oh no, hell no. Like, this guy that I'm with is literally the man that I manifested, because my last guy was very jealous. This guy is different, because I'm like, oh, you're not. You don't care? And it's not that he don't care. He's just like,
no, I'm just saying, you
like we literally talk about each other's past, and it's like, you know.
Yeah.
So sometimes I gotta chill out when I say them.
Because they remember.
Because now it's like, hold on, wait, you was with me.
Right, because in the beginning. Yeah, I hate that. When you're like, oh, he ain't gonna be nobody. So I'm gonna tell him.
Yeah, and then it's like,
and then later you be like, oh, I
damn, I should have.
Dang, now we like married.
You know?
I told you I had sex with woo.
Because a guy, like, no matter how much they love you, even if they're free spirited or not, they don't want to picture you with anybody else.
Still gonna think about it.
They don't want it. So, but me and my man, we're literally best friends. So we tell each other pretty much everything. Like, some stuff I know what not to say. As a woman, you know what not to say.
What not to say, yeah. The worst is when someone's like, how many men have you slapped?
Oh my gosh. I feel like that's the most... Why ask that? Who cares?
Like, really? Are we doing this right now?
But you know what? Like, for me, I feel like it doesn't matter. Like, me and my guy, we're so in tune with each other, because whatever he did in his past, I was not there. I didn't know you. I can't judge you.
Exactly.
Like, I'm glad you had your fun. Please.
Get on.
I'm glad, right? Yes, I'd rather someone be experienced, have fun, did whatever you want, because when you come to me, listen, okay, I know that I have a faithful man. Yeah.
To mature, you know, and calm it down.
We're good. So
get it all out your system. Go ahead. Go over there.
Yeah, no. But the thing about toxic situations, you attract, if you're in like a low state of mind, don't get in a relationship. If you're depressed, don't get in a relationship. If you're feeling insecure about yourself, do not get in a relationship. You're gonna only attract what you are feeling. And that's just like what I've learned.
Right. And then to add just to that, like, do you have, or do you think, I don't know if this is too personal, any like daddy issues that kind of attracted the kind of guys that you got with?
So it's so funny. I feel like, how can I say this? That's a tough question. So with my biological father, you know, he's a multi-millionaire and all this other stuff. And back in he's a multi. Look at that.
What's his name? What's daddy name?
You know, but like he's a businessman. I should say more so. Like, he's a businessman, and we didn't always have the tightest relationship. But you know, he's in my life now today, and actually, he kind of helped me move on from the toxic situation, because I feel like back when he was younger, he probably was like that. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes you attract certain qualities in your biological dad that you don't even realize. And I think I did that.
Because it's familiar.
It's familiar.
Even though you don't like it.
Or even if I didn't experience that with my own eyes, it's still certain things that you don't even realize. So my dad actually helped me heal a lot when it came from the toxic situation. So when he came back into my life, like, he, you know, really, like, mentally wise, made me stronger, made me more powerful by thinking a certain way, not allowing people to, you know, so he actually really helped me, to be honest. You know, although he wasn't there for me during the times that I needed him growing up, he came at the right time that I needed him being an adult. So sometimes it just all depends on how you look at a situation. Your parents may not be there for you during the time. It is what it is. But when you get older, they always come in when and it always
just in time.
It's up for us to also heal and forgive. Like, you know, if we don't heal and forgive,
because you had to allow him to come.
I had to allow him. So if you don't heal and forgive, then that's shame on you, because you were always supposed to love and we're always supposed to heal. So I feel like for me, I can't use like my dad wasn't in my life as an excuse, because it's all dependent on how you look at life, you know, like they're just our birth parents to create us here, but it's truly our life path, you know.
Right.
So
too, it's also like for a female, because I'm learning this, and I go to my counseling sessions and too, and it's for a female, her introduction to a male, period, comes from the father side. So your interaction, or anyone as a female, your interaction as like when you start dating, the first encounter was your dad. So some of those qualities that he has, like you kind of start to look at, like you always hear people pick people like their parents, like guys pick people like their mom or whatever. So even though sometimes there can be some not so good qualities that you have with your dad, or that you felt like, and you kind of start to just push that into your relationship.
Right, yeah, it's
any
very
insecurity you felt with your dad. Like if you wanted your dad to be like more affectionate, you know, so you always wanted his approval.
Right.
Then sometimes you can start to seek it in your mate. Or, you know, because you're lacking that.
That's very true.
That's why I was asking, not so much like, you know, his absence or whatever, but just some of the qualities that you, because to be in a, I know you're definitely, you're a beautiful girl. You know you're beautiful. I think a lot of times people feel like, oh, you got it all together. And so they wouldn't see someone like you in an abusive relationship. Right. You know? So it's just like sometimes just digging to say, where did that come from? How did you allow? Why did you allow it?
I think, but you know what? I also think so too, because my dad, he was absent in my years growing up. You know, I guess I didn't have that person to let me know, like, hey, you need to watch out for these signs until my adult years. And then once he came in and like told me this is the qualities that you need to look for, then I was able to know. So people that are missing a dad growing up, they do look for certain things that they're lacking. You don't really realize that. But now I feel like I got the sensitive side of my dad with the man that I'm with now. So you get different, you know. So it just all depends, you know, on how you look at the situation. But no, that's very true.
Right, but are you coming in, and maybe now you're coming in, like that work you did on yourself for a year, you're coming in more whole as a person than you were before.
Right, no, 100%. Like, I'm still learning, obviously. Like, I'm not completed because I'm still here living. So there's obviously things I need to learn. But as far as, like, how I looked at life, you know, a year ago, it's, like, totally different. You know, I don't look at life like that. I'm not a changed person, but mentally I feel like my mental thinking is definitely different. I have a different outlook on life.
Did you also feel too like since you were a single parent, like having a father figure for your son?
Yeah.
Like those are some of the things.
Yeah, it's very important. Yeah, because
like sometimes you would stay. You know what I mean? Yeah. Was he good with your son, and your son liked him?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but my last situation, I feel like he wasn't really that father figure type. And when I really started to tap in and really look at that, I pretty much knew the relationship was over. You know, versus like now, this guy is literally, I mean, him and my son's bond is just, I mean, amazing. You know, and it's not forced. I'm not telling you to be like this with my child. It's natural. It's organic.
And he doesn't have kids, right?
He does. He does have kids, but you know, it's just natural for him.
So is it blended?
Oh yeah, it's blended. Yeah,
you get along with everybody. Yeah, no crazy big mama drama.
Oh, no. Thank God, and I'm so blessed. But you know, you attract what you want. Like I manifest. I said if he has kids, you know, me and his children's mother were able to get along and things like that, and they have no ties to each other as far as that time. So when I say I manifested the guy that I wanted to the T. Like, you have to be so detailed, and you have to include things like that, you know, if they do have a kid, if they don't, if you don't want a man with kids, like, like whatever you say, it's not going to sound wrong, like, because it's what you want. Where did you get
that from, though, like, to do that? Like, you just...
I was infused. I actually was infused with that one. Like, there was no video that told me to do that. I was just infused. Like, this was before I even tapped into the YouTube. I just started to write, like, based off of what I didn't want.
Therapy too.
Oh yeah, it's therapy, and you're manifesting. When you write it, you bring it to reality. Yeah. So that's why they always say never to write what you don't want, because you're actually writing what you do want when you focus on what you don't want. You never write what you don't.
So if I'm like, I don't want a man that beats me up.
You're gonna get a man that beats you up.
Don't write that.
You're gonna get a man that beats you up.
Okay. So just write all the things that you want. What you want, not the don't.
No, anything that you don't, get it out of your head. Think about freaking.
He's like,
think about going and dancing and having fun. Like, don't think about that stuff.
Anyway, we got a lot of juicy stuff out of Sparkle today.
Yeah, we did.
About manifesting, and if we had time, I would like to. These are just a couple questions.
Yeah.
You answer quick.
I'll answer quick.
And fill in. No, I mean you do, and you fill in the blank. And some are silly and some are serious.
Okay. Uh-oh.
So my definition of success is
living freely, being able to live how I choose to live.
Awesome.
On my own terms.
3 things that make you happy.
My son, my family, and traveling.
Ooh, yes.
Being family, friends and family.
Yes. Yeah, don't forget your friends.
With friends and family, it's in the same category, right? I mean, I feel like it is.
She's like, just my family.
No, like my son, but my friends and family, and then travel, yeah.
Okay. What gives you gas?
Hot Cheeto Puffs.
Hot Cheetos? Oh my God.
Hot Cheeto Puffs, hot sauce, anything hot.
I know not to give you some of that when
Beans,
I'm around you.
was it?
Beans.
Oh my God, no, that was funny.
Yeah.
I was not expecting.
What are some of your weaknesses?
Okay, so yeah, my weakness is balancing. God, I know I said it. It's just balancing. My weakness is balancing and overthinking.
Overthinking.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's it. And yeah, that's it.
Awesome. What are some of your boundaries in a relationship?
Okay, so my boundaries is definitely no friends with the exes. Like as far as like being overly friendly, you know. Now it's good like if they're in relation, like if they have kids, co-parents, great. But that extra friendly.
Yeah, babe, I'm about to go out with my ex.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, just
not
that.
Today.
And then also no disrespecting. Like I feel like respect is key. And yeah, it's really the main 2 things. You know, no overly friendly with the exes, and then respect.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they sparkling. You can't have no exes as friends. But most of the time, yeah, that's like standard.
It's a standard thing because some people
unless they
do
like
have
hella cool. You know what I'm saying? Like the girl hella cool, like cool with you.
Oh, well, if they have friends and we're all cool.
You really vibe with her.
I mean, it just depends because I mean, you know, like one is it just depends. But no, you're on the phone and you just like keep gaga for hours. Like no.
Yeah. All right. So, if you could, what is one thing you would change from your past?
Dating a toxic situation. No, I mean nothing. To be honest, I wouldn't change anything because it shaped me to who I am.
Not one thing.
No. No one thing. No, honestly, because I really am who I am because of it. You know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm good.
Get it, girl. Get it.
I know.
If you would be a side chick, I would be a side chick.
What?
Okay. You have to fill in the blank.
Okay.
I would be a side chick only if.
What? I can't answer that. I would not be a side chick. No, I would not be a side chick.
You would not be a side chick.
Never, no.
That's all I'm saying.
Some
people be like, I would be a
only.
side chick if he had. If he had.
No, because you can manifest it on your own.
I hear you, girl.
No, I would not be anybody's side piece because I am the piece. I don't need to be on the shot.
Boom.
Boom. Drops the mic. Yeah, that's a good question though. That's a good question. Everybody should get that question.
Does size really matter?
Okay, so yeah, now yes, you know, but back then no. I feel like no, it didn't because I didn't know no better.
Why back then and why now?
Because I'm exposed to different things. It's a little different, you know.
Okay.
Good now, but back then, I should have been gone out of certain situations. Oh my God.
You're like, I don't even know why I stayed.
I don't even know.
It wasn't even all that.
It wasn't. No.
You ever had a curve before?
No, I never had a curve. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did, but it was small.
Oh,
so it wasn't like a good curve.
Yeah.
It was like a small curve. It was like a curve. It wasn't like a curve. It was a curve.
Not the V and E.
Not the. No.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I do. I do.
How do you feel when a guy says, "Send me a picture"?
Oh yeah, right away. I love my body.
The nudie picture.
Yeah, I love sending pictures.
Oh.
Because I take I'm like a photographer with my pictures.
Yeah.
Like I have really. Plus, I'm like obsessed with my body. So if anybody was to ever expose me, you go listen. Okay.
You're like, oh, they're like, oh my God, your mom's like, Sparkle, there's this picture of you on the web. You're like, oh,
she looks good. But see,
that was a good one.
But when you take the pictures, you can't, like for me, I don't do too much either. Like you have to do like a hat. You gotta something. Because if it's too exposed, it's like, I mean, unless they ask for other stuff. But like, me, I take sexy pictures if I take like nude pictures. It's sexy.
I hate when someone, like a guy's like, send me a picture. I'd be like,
you don't like it?
Oh. Then you're like, they're like, oh, wait,
hold on. Right, you gotta get the angles. But that's why you have these little tripods and you have a little time recorder. They give you 10 seconds to pose.
So you be like,
for real. That's right. Seriously, give me 10 seconds to
you run back.
Here we go. Okay, get the angles. Okay, it's all about the angles, okay? It's all about the angles, I'm telling you.
You could be sitting there with your wig off, no makeup, and let me see what you look like.
I'm like, really? But that's why you always gotta have like a backup picture. That looks
you
like,
oh,
you gotta have a backup picture.
Took this,
I just took this
like
picture.
2 weeks ago.
There we go. You always gotta have that picture in store.
Yes.
You can't be saying all your pictures because when they ask you for some, you got some.
You gotta keep some. Yeah, keep some for later.
That's right. No.
Well, anyway, so, the last question would be, after this interview, after talking about everything you talked about, is there anything you want to share that you didn't share before that you want people to know about you?
Follow me on YouTube. Sparkle Marie. But no, we put out I'm pregnant, so boom, surprise.
Everybody knows.
Yeah, but no, I'm not a secret. I'm literally an open book, to be honest. Like, I'm not like a person that have all these little hide secrets of. No.
Yeah.
What you see is what you get with me. I'm literally a what you see, what you get person. Like, that's just what it is.
Tell us something that people don't know about you then. Like, they'll be surprised to know, like, you bite your toenails or something.
I do? I never got that. I mean, I don't know.
Like, when you do it, someone will be like, oh my God, if people saw me right now, they would be
what do I do? I do a lot of weird
Sparkle
shit.
does that.
I mean, the only thing that people don't know, because when they see me, like, they're like, oh, she's like this inspiration person, but like, I'm a super freak to my God. So that's the only thing that people don't know. Like, and they're like, whoa. Like, me and my man, we have a couple of channels, so there's some videos, and they're like, oh, I didn't know Sparkle was so freaky. I'm like, if only you knew. Well, you think I'm right then. You know, that's the only thing, like, people don't expect me to be so, like, you know, like, oh, to my man. Like, whoa, you know, but I don't expose that side. So they only see, like, the good Sparkle. Oh, you know me. Yeah, like, oh, she's like, no.
Sit down. Here we go. Open wide.
It's me.
I'm coming in.
I know, seriously, like, that's the only thing. Like, I love it. It's fun.
Awesome.
That's me. That's
you
it.
are amazing. Like I said, I always loved your personality.
I love you. Thank you. She's so sweet. Like Sasha. Like,
no, you're sweet.
Just do it all. She just do it. I love her. But yeah, I love this show. This is gonna be juicy. Juicy talk with Sasha.
Yes.
Sasha.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for coming.
You.
I really, really appreciate it. It was amazing.
Yeah, no, this was fun.
So good. Hope you guys got to know Sparkle. And
follow me on Instagram. Sparkle Marie.
Yeah, so tell us your Instagram.
Sparkle Marie. Everything is Sparkle Marie with 2 E's. Like, everything is uniform.
YouTube, everything.
Everything. Sparkle Marie.
And then
Sparkle
your
Marie.
hair company?
Boss Extend. Now, that's not Sparkle Marie, but Boss Extend. And then for people that want to start their own hair company, dropshiplimps.com. So,
yeah.
That's
and
it.
what hair are you?
And I'm wearing the Tahitian wave, you guys. So, I love it, yeah. Big hair is everything. And that's another thing. You want to start a hair company, you want to promote, wear big hair is going to sell more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, big hair.
I love your big hair. I love big hair.
I love
this
your
one's
big hair.
not so big. I washed it.
But it's cute, though. Mine would literally be laying like that, too. But I had to come. She's like, you still coming? I'm like, well, should I put this wig on? Hold on, yeah, girl. Hold on.
Yeah, she has some great ideas for hair extensions and how you wear your hair.
Yeah.
I'll follow some. I'll be like, oh, let me try this.
Hold on,
pull my
But Sasha knows how to do her hair, so that's good too. You actually know how to do your hair.
I've done hair for like almost 20 years.
I didn't know that.
I'm a cosmetologist.
I did not know that.
I told you I got 20 jobs, man.
You do everything. Yo, you're literally a book. Sasha does everything. whenever you have a daughter, at least you'll know how to do her hair.
Oh, her hair gonna be flat.
Cause mine up in a ponytail. That's it. But yeah, thank you so much for having me. I love you so much. This is awesome.
All right, guys. Bye.
Bye. We need an Abby picture.
A what?
Like for your screen cover.
Abby.
So like you know how to do it, right? When it's recording. So you just literally pause for a picture, and then you screenshot it.
Okay.
Or you can just take a picture.
And then you add that at the end.